Let's talk about futures prop firms. These are futures prop firms that I have been using or have used in the past and where I rank them. Right off the bat, let's start with Topstep. Topstep is the one that most people know and the one I have the most to say about. Initially, I would have put Topstep at S rank. They would have been top of the game, and a lot of people can agree that Topstep for the majority of the last 10 years has been top of the game when it comes to futures prop firms. They had the most beginner-friendly rules, the best offering, decent prices, and provided a good opportunity for traders to get funding and get payouts. In the last 12 to 18 months, decisions made internally with Topstep and their offering has knocked them down from S rank to where I'm going to place them now as B rank. Why? Well, here's my opinion. The changes made at Topstep recently have pulled them away from that top spot because number one, they're forcing Topstep X platform usage, right? They dropped their Tradeify, which means TradingView, Tradeify, NinjaTrader. These things are no longer able to be used, and they're forcing users to use Project X. Now, Project X / Topstep X is a decent beginner platform. For beginners, it's beginner friendly, right? It's easy to use. However, as you progress as a trader, these tools, these Project X tools are like toys, right? It's not a real trading platform when it comes to using professional tools, order flow tools, volume analysis. It can't do it, right? This platform is not built for professional trading. It's a beginner-friendly introductory tool. It's like a video game platform at the end of the day. Most professional traders would agree Project X is not something that a professional trader is going to want to use. That's the first reason I knocked them down from S down to B. Secondly, their payout rules have become more restrictive, especially for a profitable trader. And also when compared to other prop firms here, which we'll talk about in a second, the 5 days of $200 green before you can take 50% of your profit out and then split that 90-10 with Topstep is not great, right? So you make $5,000 profit, you're only allowed to withdraw $2,500 and then split that $2,500 90-10 with Topstep. It's just cutting so much into your profit, making you jump through so many hoops for a very small payout at the end of the day, even after putting in all that work, is not very beneficial and not very attractive, especially for more experienced traders. So for me, I put Topstep as a B-ranked prop firm, but I will say they are a very beginner-friendly option. It's good training wheels. It should be nothing more than a stepping stone. I think if you're a newer prop firm trader, Topstep is a beginner-friendly option. But as soon as you start to advance and start to take payouts, I would put Topstep on the back burner and move on to other firms that offer more opportunity, better payout rules, and better scale opportunities, because Topstep does not offer a huge upside, in my opinion, anymore. So placing them down at B rank, and this is aside from personal beef with Topstep, strictly speaking about the opportunity provided to traders, that is where I would rank them. Next, let's talk about the big bad wolf, the elephant in the room, Apex Trader Funding. Now, Apex is a firm that I've started to use at the end of last year, going into the start of this year. And this is one that gets a lot of bad rap, right? They are the big bad wolf in the prop firm industry. And there are some valid reasons for that, but let me tell you what I think about Apex after using them for almost a year now, having been through their rules, evals, payouts, and what I think. So off the bat, Apex, yes, has, well, I'm not going to say harder, but they have a lot more rules than, for example, your Topsteps. So Apex is not as much of a beginner-friendly firm as Topstep would be, for example. There are more rules to be aware of, and they are stricter on your consistency with trading, especially in the funded stage. However, it is nowhere near as bad as half of trading Twitter and YouTube would have you believe. The thing with Apex is a lot of people hear other people say a bad thing about Apex, so everyone else goes and parrots and repeats it, and it just becomes a big circle jerk of people saying, oh, I would never use Apex. I've had so many friends that have denied payouts with Apex. And what I always say to that is, number one, you're lying because number one, you don't have that many friends. And number two, you're just saying that because everyone else says, oh, Apex denies payouts without having actually tried them or used them themselves. But let's talk about some facts first of all. Number one, Apex pays the most out per month out of all futures prop firms. They pay the most per month. Okay, so Apex is paying people out. The reason people get denied is because they don't follow all the rules. Apex, because of the large scaling opportunity that Apex provides, they have to be stricter on the rules. And you're going to find that the bigger the opportunity, the stricter the rules are going to be. But if you're aware of Apex rules, and I've got a video explaining Apex rules, which I'll link in the description below. But if you understand Apex's rules, you follow those rules, you will get paid out. And there's many, many proof of payout examples for Apex. You just have to follow the rules. Now, in terms of where I rank Apex, Even with their stricter rules, I put Apex above Topstep because the opportunity they provide is actually pretty huge for a trader that has their consistency under control. I wouldn't say they are friendly for pure beginners, but once you've progressed past Topstep, Apex is one of those firms that can provide you that potentially life-changing opportunity. Something like Topstep, sure, you can withdraw a max of $5,000 in a month, right? Fine, whatever. Pay the bills of $5,000. It's not a huge amount of money. Apex, the opportunity provided with Apex, with your 20 funded accounts, copy trade a single $1,000 trade across 20 accounts, that's 20 grand. Right. And that's what I'm doing with Apex at the moment is I'm grinding away and working towards 100K payout, singular payout. Apex is the only firm where you can get such huge payouts because of that scaling opportunity available to you with the 20 funded accounts. So it's a unique one here in the prop firm list, and that's the only one that allows you to have 20 funded accounts and copy trade all 20 accounts. Very few prop firms allow that kind of scale. So if you are aware of the rules, can follow the rules so that your payout doesn't get denied, there is no other firm offering the scaling opportunity that Apex offers. So I placed them above Topstep for trader opportunity, but only recommend Apex to people who are past that beginner Topstep stage and moved on to, okay, I'm looking for more opportunity here. What's next? Apex is one of your next opportunities. Don't believe the hype of people on Twitter crying about Apex will never pay you out. Apex pays the most. That is a fact. You just have to understand the rules. So I will link a video to the rules being explained in the description below, so you can check that out afterwards if you are interested in trying Apex. Next, let's talk about Tradeify. Tradeify is an interesting one, right? They are one of the best, or I would say they are the best direct-to-funded futures prop firm in the game at the moment. So no evaluation, just pay the upfront fee, one-off, then you get put in a funded account immediately. That is a unique opportunity, first of all. I really like Tradeify. Tradeify is a good option for beginners that want to learn and earn, right? So you skip the whole eval stage. You can start earning from day one, while at the same time their rules are still friendly enough for beginner traders. So if you are the type of trader that wants to start earning immediately and skip the whole time wasted in an eval and potentially take payouts even as you're learning, Tradeify is one of those firms where they provide that unique opportunity. As a more experienced trader, and Tradeify is not a firm I make that much use of because a lot of these director-funded firms have quite restrictive payout policies where they cap you out at fairly low numbers because it just makes sense for them business-wise, right? You can't have a director-funded firm that allows you to go straight into a funded account and immediately start taking, high four-figure, five-figure payouts because that would be a bad business move on their part. They have to cap the payouts if they're offering a straight-to-funded solution. So I think Tradeify is one of those really good beginner-friendly firms, but again, it's training wheels. It should be a stepping stone. Once you get a few payouts, start making use of other firms that give you more scaling opportunities. But I've had no bad experiences with Tradeify, nothing bad to say about them, just that if you are a profitable trader and you are taking consistent payouts, Tradeify is one you'll want to graduate from eventually as well, or just move to live with Tradeify and treat that like your personal account. But I wouldn't put them next to Topstep in the B rank. I would also put them, even with the lack of scaling opportunity, I'd put them as an A ranked firm, purely because as well as being beginner friendly, they do offer you a lot of options in terms of platforms, and their path to live and their live accounts are actually decent as well. So although it lacks scaling opportunity, I will put Tradeify as an A-ranked prop firm as well. Probably a better beginner opportunity than Topstep even, because they also, if you are a beginner and you are insistent on Project X, Tradeify offers that platform now, but you can also use more professional platforms as well. They're not forcing you to use Project X, and their payout rules are actually fairly similar to Topstep's, but the difference here being is that you're straight to a funded account with Tradeify versus having to do an eval like with Topstep. So I'm going to place Tradeify in A, even without the massive scaling opportunities like Apex. Now again, Apex would be an S-ranked firm for me if their rules are a bit more forgiving, but being that the rules are definitely a bit more difficult than the other firms, I put them down as an A rank. Now next, let's talk about Take Profit Trader. Okay, this is an underdog firm. They've been around for a while now, but people haven't really caught on to how decent Take Profit Trader is. Take Profit Trader, although I've used them for the least amount of time out of all these firms, I've made the most money with Take Profit Trader already in a really fairly short period of time over the last 6-7 months. I've made the most with this firm out of all other firms. Take Profit Trader is, number one, the best all-rounder in terms of being both beginner-friendly and also offering great scale opportunities and benefits in the funded stage for more profitable and experienced traders. and they are easily an S rank for me. They are, in my opinion, the best all-around offering for prop firm traders. And out of all my prop firm accounts, Take Profit Trader is the one I trade the most. And I'm able to take that cash out without having to jump through many hoops. So I do have a video explaining their rules as well for those interested in using Take Profit Trader. I'll link that in the description below. But this is easily, without question, the top of the line prop firm offering as of 2025. They remind me of OG Topstep before all the changes, but then have the added benefit of daily payouts. So the reason I love Take Profit Trader the most, and for reference, I have funded accounts and live accounts with Take Profit Trader. But for example, in my Take Profit Trader funded account, if I make $2,000 today, I can withdraw $2,000 today minus the profit split on the same day. And those payouts are hitting the bank within 24 hours. So it's the closest thing to a personal account while still also allowing you to scale, because you can have multiple funded accounts at the same time and take daily payouts. There's no other firm that I'm aware of that's offering that. There is one similar that we'll talk about in a second. But for me, Take Profit Trader takes the cake for easy, transparent rules, decent pricing when using discount codes, full selection of platforms available, and the best payout rules in the game. It's not even close for me. Take Profit Trader takes the cake. I've had the best experience with them so far, and again, taking out the most money in a short amount of time with Take Profit Trader out of all the firms. So that video will be linked in the description below, as well as a video of me running through the payout process below. You can see where I made 10K in 3 days and took it out with that hitting the bank within 24 hours. Now, the next ones that are on my radar, I'm in the process of currently using and reviewing these guys, right? These two firms, Trade Day and My Funded Futures. Trade Day is very similar to Take Profit Trader, very similar rules. So I am going to be giving you my proper ranking on that shortly and my proper review on that shortly. But Trade Day and My Funded Futures are two firms that I can't quite place in this tier list yet. I'm using them, testing them out. What I will say is Trade Day is similar to Take Profit Trader, and My Funded Futures, again, will likely end up in the A rank due to their offering, and they have probably the most affordable accounts. So if you're strapped for cash, My Funded Futures is probably your lowest barrier to entry in the game with better rules than Topstep. So I'm not going to officially rank these two as I'm still in the process of reviewing and using them, so I will let you guys know. But in terms of prop firms that I've used and taken payouts with, aside from Tradeify, I have not put too much time into Tradeify again because it feels a bit restrictive for where I'm at in my trading career. But otherwise, prop firms that I've taken payouts with and regularly use, this is how I would rank the futures prop firms personally after my personal experience. And if you want to try using Take Profit, Apex, or Tradeify, code CAMCAP, CAMCAP, will give you the best discount on those accounts. Best all-rounder for both beginners and profitable traders is Take Profit Trader. Right, they take the cake here, closely followed by Apex and Tradeify, with Topstep sitting in last place, being no more than a stepping stone and friendly training wheels for those that need it. Let me know how you guys rank, if you agree with this ranking, how you would rank your prop firms. Again, this is all personal opinion and based on personal experience. It's not the holy grail, it's not the holy scripture here. So drop your favorite prop firm down in the comments below and why. But other than that, I will see you on stream tomorrow for some Apex and Take Profit Trader live funded trading sessions. So let's go for it, guys. I will see you again tomorrow.